My name is David Mahaffey, and I'm the winemaker and grape grower for a wine called Olivia Brion, Pinot Noir, and Chardonnay. I like to be involved in the whole process, and in grape growing, I like to start with planting the vines, nurturing them, harvesting the fruit, seeing it through fermentation, developing a brand and a story around the wine that I make, and then eventually delivering it to the restaurant and seeing people enjoy it in a restaurant meal. This one has got, well, I won't put any words in your mouth. Why don't you taste it first? So we're working on kind of the upper tier of winemaking. This is not the kind of wine that you'd find for $10 in a supermarket. This is the kind of wine that would be $65 or $70 in a nice restaurant. So we're trying to make something that's not just Pinot Noir, but it's Pinot Noir from a place. Our approach is to be as natural in our farming as possible. I like to think of myself as a steward of the soil, and I feed the soil and the soil feeds the vine. Well, one of the interesting things about our work up here is that because we're out by ourselves, there is a lot of critters who would like to help themselves to some of this very tasty ripe fruit. Several species of birds. In fact, this mountain range that we're on the top of is a major flyway for several migrating bird species, and they stop and they're hungry this time of the year. So we use bird netting, covering the vines entirely to physically keep them excluded. We also have an electronic bird call device that sounds like a distressed bird to try to scare them away. We also have a propane cannon off there that explodes and makes a big sound about every 15 minutes, and that sound scares them away as well. This task that we're doing right now, called punch down, is just to get the skins back down into the wine so that we can extract all of the color during the fermentation, because all of the color in red wine comes out of the skins, not the juice in the berry. This fermenter over here is fermenting at a faster rate, and we can indicate that simply by the temperature. It's an exothermic reaction, meaning that it gives off heat as it goes. That one was at 67, and this one is only at 62. So this one is not giving off as much heat, hence it's not fermenting quite so rapidly. As a winemaker, I need to know how much sugar is in each one of these beautiful little grapes, and how the yeast will go about converting that sugar into alcohol. I can't have too much sugar in the process, or I have too much alcohol, which might in fact stop the whole process. So I need to know about simple chemistry and sometimes a little bit more advanced chemistry. The most difficult job in this business is the developing of the story. How does your wine fit a particular special niche that somebody is going to be interested in, that differentiates it, that means that it's different than everybody else's product? So brand building, marketing, telling the story, being willing to tell the story again and again, and understanding how your wine is in fact different and why it's worth the money that you're asking for it. Most of the people, when they go to study winemaking, will go to two of the universities in California, University of California at Davis or University of California at Fresno, where you can take a degree in fermentation science and even a master's degree beyond that. There are several of the junior colleges around that have wonderful programs in grape growing and winemaking. Napa Junior College, Santa Rosa Junior College. But more importantly, go help some winery. Be involved. I always have extra people helping me and love to explain the process of what's going on. It is varied work, and it's outside work. It's work that keeps me moving, and so this is my 30th year of making wine, and I really love it. I really love the physical activity of it and the fact that there's a new challenge every day.